One of my friends, Evan, is the most agreeable person on planet Earth, and it literally almost cost somebody their life. Evan looks smart but is dumb, if that makes sense. Evan is a very agreeable person. He never wants to yuck somebody's yum. One of the boys is dating someone, he loves them. Somebody says they love The Departed, he's seen it 20 times. Somebody says, oh my God, I really like Matrix 4, he'll be like, I love the fourth Matrix. It's not like they've fallen off, they've gotten progressively better, yes. It can be very annoying, but I didn't think it would be deadly. So I remember over the holidays, Evan came back, we were exchanging stories about what, you know, our relationships are like, family stuff, etc. Evan tells us, one night he was at a bar in Portland, and a man starts having a seizure. The girl who's with the patron goes, hey, is anybody here a doctor? Evan gets up from his chair and says, I'm a doctor, and then walks over and helps the person. I go, why did you do that? And Evan goes, I don't know. Evan walking up to a man who's having a seizure and then just kind of getting his George Clooney and ER on of like, I think I saw this on TV, but you like hold a guy's hand and then I'll check his pulse. This is where your pulse is. I'll check his pulse. Maybe Evan missed his greatest calling in life. Maybe his calling wasn't to be an IT consultant or even be a medical doctor. Maybe his calling was to be a podcaster, because if anyone is willing to give their medical opinions without having any expertise in the field at all, podcasting is the way to go.
Bro, you have to leave him.
He likes to please everyone and it gets him in trouble.
Yeah, he's pleasing everyone but you. Yeah, he's pleasing everyone else but you. He needs to focus, he needs to prioritize.
Yeah.
You know the real thing about people pleasers? It's so unpleasant to be around a people pleaser. You ever been in the no you, no you, no you, no you, no you. Like when I was a waiter and I would bring the check by, the first person who offers, I'm taking it. I'm not standing here for the fight. I'm not gonna let you guys, give me this fucking check.
I got two things for you. One, don't leave him with your children. Don't trust him at all. But also, I think you need someone like that in your life. Like a Swiss Army knife of a human being, you know, that's like, oh, I'm a chef, oh, I'm a doctor, oh, I can give you surgery on your MCL. Like, that person's great. Just a bunch of confidence.
I love people like Evan. I love to be in control, so I would have such a good day with Evan. Do you have his number? Back when I was in my chronically single era, one of my girlfriends just started dating this guy, and she calls me, she's like, guess what? He has a friend. I took what some would call my first shower in 3 months. I put on my low-rise jeans, a strapless top, because it was the time, it was the place. The place? California Pizza Kitchen, which to me at this time in my life, that was the height of luxury. I walk over and I lock eyes with this guy and I'm like, girly pop, he had every trait you're looking for. He's tall, he's cute, he's asking me questions, he's making eye contact, and for me, when a man makes eye contact with me, we're as good as married. We're eating pizza, we're dipping our bread in butter, we're looking into each other's eyes, and I'm like, I feel like he and I are the only ones at the table. Not only that, I feel like he and I are the only ones in the restaurant. Dare I say, in the whole world. My hand is reaching out on the table, and maybe his hand is reaching out on the table. It's feeling like a kiss could be coming at any moment. And then, he goes, wait, what did you say your last name was? I'm like, oh my God, he already wants me to change my last name to his. So I'm like, yeah, it's Povitsky. Yeah, and he's like, and his demeanor changed. I'm like, what's going on? Does he hate Jewish people? Like, what is this? And he's like, we're cousins.
We're cousins.
What? It's so weird because like when you're on a first date and you find out the guy is your cousin, you're like, okay, there's no chance. So should we not kiss? Is he still gonna pay? Just in case you ever find yourself in that moment, the record, it will scratch, it will screech, it will scream. The room will go pitch black and you'll just see before you a man who is your cousin.
Damn!
Oh, that's the last thing I'm worried.
Damn! Why do I feel like this happens a lot?
Cousins.
Yeah, the cousin thing. That's scary. I don't think if I was the guy, I don't think I would have the balls
To
speak up.
and say I'm your
Yeah.
cousin.
I couldn't interrupt her story. For one, that's rude. For two, I don't think I would have the manhood to be like, we're related.
So you're a people pleaser.
I'm an Evan.
Yeah, you're an Evan.
Oh, wow.
Honestly, okay, I don't want to sound weird, but like, how close? I'm not trying to make it weird. How close? How close are you? Cousins are you? You don't even know each other. Are your parents siblings? Are your parents cousins? Are your parents cousins? Because at that point, girl, get it in. You found love at CPK. To quote Rihanna, you found love in a hopeless place. Get that avocado spring roll. Wrap your arm around his. Take that bite, and enjoy your love. But I'm from Alabama, so.
I think it's fine. I think you ruined your shot, Esther. I think you should have kept going. I think you should have went to other restaurants and kissed them and then went on 23andMe and found more cousins. How about that? The first person I ever kissed was my cousin. I mean, I was like 6 in my grandma's den. I don't know if that counts. But it wasn't not good, you know? The wildest shit that ever happened to me, I did shows on a cruise because my career was going good. Nope, it was going real bad. I had no money. The absence of, like, couches had more money than me, if that makes, because the change, you guys get it. So here's the thing, I thought the ship was gonna be bad. Like, I thought all the shows were gonna be bad, but I was like, you know what, Michael? Like, just go into the boat with an open mind. I'm single, I'm on a boat. Maybe I'll find my rose. And everyone started getting on the boat, and I turned around, and they weren't the Kate Winslet roses. They were the rose at the end of the movie. The average age on the cruise was cadaver. Oh, no. I did the first show, and it went the opposite of good. You know, people are like, come on, Michael. Some people laughed. No, nobody. I could hear the air conditioning. I bombed every show, guys, like literally 0 sound in the room. I don't blame them. They have seen better entertainment in their life. Like, guys, they've seen Jesus Christ live. That's better than this. People are like, hey, did you try crowd work? Yes, I did. It didn't go good either. Because they were old. I'd be like, hey man, where are you from? And he'd be like, Pangea. What's happening? Now, I don't know if you guys know what bombing feels. You feel like your insides want to be on your outside. Like, people would be like, you know Michael? And people are like, yeah, the guy that looks like lasagna. And you get hot. And you start sweating, you sweat, and you get off stage, and people are like, did you just come from playing basketball? And you said, no, I just did a show in front of 270 geriatric people, and they don't even know where they are. Here's the thing, the worst part about bombing on a boat is that after the show, you're just on the boat, right? You can't leave, and so I'd be in line at the buffet, and people would come up to me and be like, hey man, are you the comedian? I'm not the comedian, I am the captain now. You know, but they didn't laugh. So the point of the story, the moral, I guess, is don't follow your dreams.
First of all, thinking I'm gonna find my wife, this is my big break, yeah. Guilty.
You just had the boy thinking it's Titanic.
Yeah.
Wind's blowing in your hair.
He's got Titanic vibes.
Yeah.
Not noticing the iceberg's right ahead. Yeah. He's on act 3. He doesn't even know. He thinks he's on act 1.
What are you doing when you walk out first night on stage? You just see
Old things.
Bare old things.
I would do the first half of my set just to test the waters. Maybe, yes, they're elderly. Maybe this is a swinger situation. I don't know what kind of.
Yeah, because this is the 2 p.m. slot.
Yeah.
It's not going on at 7.
Nah, I've got. Oh yeah, this is one of 2 shows.
This is one of 2 shows for 7 days.
After the first show, I'll dig my heels and I said, no. Drop me at the closest port. I can't do this. You have to drop me. I can't do this. 7 nights straight.
They paid you already.
Take it back. Take it back.
You're sleeping in their rooms. What are you gonna do? They paid you, bro.
You've asked and answered, bro. Fair. I'm begging them to stop.
Fair.
Because this is torture.
Yeah, fair. I would do the same.
Yeah, I'm a red-blooded American. I don't deserve this.
I have never bombed. I've been doing comedy for 16 years. I have never bombed once. I've had nights that were like uproarious hilarious, and nights that are like pretty standard funny, and nights where maybe people aren't like, slapping their knees or anything, but they're still laughing. But I've never performed to crickets. So I feel, but the thing about stand-up comedy is, if you're a singer, even if you're singing poorly, even if you suck, when the number's over, they're gonna clap. It's just the social contract that we have. You clap at the end. You ever, when black comedians be like, but the Lord took care of me. Yeah, amen. Or like the blue-haired white liberal comedian goes, we need to laugh now more than ever. And everyone's like, But like, that's always the case. So like, how incremental do we need to laugh? Because I've never heard anyone say, we need to laugh 5 years ago the most, actually. It's kind of going down. Like, it's not even, the graph doesn't do this. It's just a straight line or a swoop, one of those hyperboles going straight up. You never need to laugh less than you did the time before, because comedians are just so afraid of silence. So if I was him, I would have leaned into saying stuff they just want to hear. Is it old white people? Nobody did it like Sinatra. They'd be like, that's right. When I was in college, I had, me, Jaime, and Shane were like the three musketeers. That's how close and connected we were. But then one of the roommates, Shane, he started hanging out with these two guys. Like, one name was Morgan and one name was Malik. Morgan was bigger than us. He was short, but he was like muscly. He had like biceps like thighs. He had like a little goatee with a little mustache with just the goatee part, kind of like the devil. He told us that his father was like part of some militia group in Africa, insinuated that he was some kind of African royalty. We just assumed that he had a lot of money. And then like the next month, he'd be like, can you buy me a #1 at Chick-fil-A? Which I remember cost $5.13. And I was like, sure, I'll get it for you. He goes, don't worry, I'm gonna be coming into some money soon. I got you, like, don't worry. One day, Morgan and Malik asked to borrow Shane's girlfriend's car. They were just gonna take her car and drive it around. And they just never came back. And then we found out that our roommates, Morgan and Malik, were bank robbers, allegedly. They robbed a bank, allegedly, in Phoenix City, Alabama, which is one town over from Columbus, Georgia, allegedly. So Columbus, Georgia, and Phoenix City are like kind of right next to each other, right? So you just drive across the river, rob a bank, obviously, in your spare time. They robbed a bank, came back, went to the mall. They get into a shootout at the mall. They are on the run for like 3 to 5 days, on the run. They got into a shootout again with the cops. And this time, it did not fare well for Morgan. They turned the car that he had stole from Shane's girlfriend into Swiss cheese. This car was so bloody and so shot up that the FBI or whoever was on the case actually bought her a new car. We were also all jealous, like, you got a brand new car. That's gaggy. Like, you got a new car, girl. We're so jealous. We wish our car got shot out by the feds. Because I was driving an '89 Nissan Sentra. Why didn't they steal my car? That'd have been nice. I never got the money for the Chick-fil-A. And that was actually the day before the bank robbery. The day before the bank robbery, he said, don't worry, I'm gonna come into some money real soon. Here's a lesson. When you lend money, you have to give it freely, because you will probably never see it again. You can only lend money that you know you will not need. That's what the moral of the story is. And I want to thank you, Morgan, for teaching me that. Or I don't know where you are, but probably not.
Oh my God.
I can't comprehend.
Yeah, I can't comprehend, because all I'd want to do is snitch, but it's actually too late to even snitch.
It wasn't me.
Yeah.
It really wasn't me.
I wouldn't know what side to choose. Because I would immediately, I'm thinking, you put your bets on the cops.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me run out there, hands up, please don't. But I can't let the bandem see me begging feds for forgiveness.
You'll catch a stray.
Yeah, 100%, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know, I'd probably find somewhere dark and just hide.
I'd
just hide and cry, bro.
100%.
Hide and cry.
What is my life?
Yeah.
How did I get myself in this situation?
If they pull up and hand you something, what are you doing? They hand you
automatic.
an automatic. Stand up!
Fight
Stand up! This is a home! This is...
I don't want to get my fingerprints on.
I remember waking up casually and thinking, wow, what time is it? I feel so much better. Bro, 9:17. And our coach home is about 9:30 a.m.
Yep.
Yeah, the fifth. I see the coach just peel off. So I buy a new ticket, the new coach comes, I get myself settled. I said, I woke up 4 hours later. I checked the time and thought, my clock has to be wrong.
Yeah.
My clock has to be wrong. I went to the driver, I said, excuse me.
Yeah.
How long until we get to Manchester? He said, Manchester? The bro turned to me and said, Manchester? He said, bro, we're in Newcastle. I sprinted to the toilet and had explosive diarrhea.
It took it out.
Yeah, it took everything from me. The fear took everything from me, bro. And you're not supposed to in there.
Yeah, you're not.
The coach, they say,
You're not.
explicitly, don't poo in here,
It's
bro.
it's just for number ones.
Bro, my cheeks were up in there. They dropped me off in Sunderland. It was just a car park. I stood there, bro. I just stood there, seagulls and all, in a place I've never been.
Oh my God.
And I'm thinking, damn.
Oh my God.
Damn. Okay, cool. Luckily, the bus came. I begged him. I was like, bro, please.
Beg
How long?
polite.
Yeah, how long until our arrival? Tell me what he said. 7.5 hours.
Your day's wasted.
Yeah, bro. When I say I was scared straight,
Yeah.
I didn't let my eyes doze again. Because if I wake up in Bournemouth,
Elsewhere, it's long.
game over. I'll put my head under the tire. I can't wake up a strange place again. This is the worst day of my life. midnight, I made it home safe and sound.
Yeah. I heard the keys in the door and I was thinking, oh, he's home. Remy's home.
Bro,
He's home.
I remember putting the keys in and I took a breath.
I actually think I gave him a hug. Like, I'm glad you made it home.
You did.
Yeah.
I remember you
I'm
did.
glad you made it home.
I needed that.
And yeah, I don't think we spoke about that day until now.
Yeah, valid.
Yeah.
I didn't think so either.